Hello everybody, today we're playing with Lightning Army of One. It's a 3-mana 3/2 in Boros, which is 1 a red and a white, legendary creature human soldier, with first strike, trample, and lifelink. Dagger. When lightning deals combat damage to a player until next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or a permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage. So this is a Final Fantasy commander that really cares about doing damage first to the player, and then you want to do either after combat or have an instant and sorcery does direct damage. Example would be Burst of Lightning. With a Lightning Army of 1 trigger, it would do, instead of 2, do 4 damage. Also works with cards like the Sunspire Lynx. After combat, you play the Lynx and it does double its damage. Other good spells are cards that have an effect that damages your opponent on the opponent's turn because it's until your next turn. So Furnace Punisher only does 2, would be do 4 if the conditions are met, or the Needlehead would start doing 2 damage to the opponent, and that it really just stacks up. Other good cards are the Pyrotechnic Performer, because you're able to disguise, and when it turns face up, it would do not only 3, do 6 damage. The Machina Paramancer is good after combat, is able to do 4 damage. It is a deck that really cares about doing damage to the opponent and then doing that double effect. Because Lightning also has first strike, even other attackers start getting double damage. It really wants cards that don't really have first strike or double strike. Let Lightning hit first, it has trample, so as long as it can connect, or the next creatures will hit significantly harder. Other good ways to scale are with Inti or Invasion of Govacon to give extra counters. And there are some ways we can bypass our opponent's larger creatures with Squirrels or with Rogue's Passage. Let's see how we do with Lightning Army of One. Not a fan with his hand. Our land is the problem. Okay. Guess we're gonna get lost Kellan. Have a wand, we have Steel Cutter. I think we're likely gonna play that. Like the Nemesis though. Play this if it dies. At least the Nemesis gets a hit. If this gets bolted, don't advance our game plan. I'm just gonna go Nemesis here. That gets bolted. That's a problem for him. Unlike the dog, if we draw land. Does enter tap, so let's play lightning. Keep doing damage. This forces interaction. Next turn we can courage. Can get the shock. We'll get a second one. Oh. Okay. I like the steel cutter. You can get them indestructible. Other option is to courage here, but I don't think that's the way. Like to cutter and give 2. That'd be 4 mana. Options are not the best. Because if we give this double strike, if we give this indestructible, it's not that great. I honestly think this is the best play. You get one more damage, becomes pretty awkward for the opponent to hit. You do have the shock. Do they have lethal? 10, 16, 17. 1 HP. Alright, we can... I don't think it doesn't matter too much at this point. We can do a 1 here, right? Oh, but we can't Boros Charm. This allows us to Boros Charm. Alright. Hit the first strike. And more than enough. We even had 4 more. And 8, technically. GG's. We're able to erase the aggro deck. We're against Bill. Yeah, removal is pretty good into Bill. I think we always hard mulligan for removal into this matchup. Today we don't have a turn 2 play. Agree for Bill. Finish that. You can't let him scale that quickly. We have this option. You have to deal with double red. We can do that later. It's lightning here. Okay, they have non-basics. Good for us. Fortunately, we're gonna have to take the red here. We can sweet. Alright. We have 2 options. If we go for damage here, how much is he taking? He's taking 13. 13 and 8. I believe that is lethal. Authority is fine, but our hand is pretty mediocre without red. We do have mostly white, but I believe it's too slow. We need to get lucky with the draw. Okay, this is better. That's his play. I think I'm invasioning first. So he has a black. So Overlord is the annoying one, but we can deal with Overlord. The black one, he has mana for it. All of these are very annoying, but the dog is probably the most scariest of them. The problem, if we lightning, he can Fable next turn. So I can't play lightning now. Need double white. I believe you. Let's see if he fetches the black, or he just plays Terra. Does he have a 2-drop? Or is he just removing? It's just fine by me. One less removal spell. Alright, let's play lightning. Next turn we can go for the hit. He spends his entire turn for the Overlord. There you go. Like to give it double strike, but we don't need to. Yeah. Let's get that invasion up. We have enough to pop the invasion that can protect us. Six. They can play the dog. I would like to hover ship the dog because it exiles it. How much? I believe that was milled. Yes, 3 mana open. Okay. Will he attack then? Fine. So I believe here what we're gonna do is just trade. Deal with you. I have options here. Would like to give it unblockable, but that doesn't really matter. I can give it double strike here. Probably our best shot. Let's go. Cancel. Let's hit. Let's do both. Target player. Start doing damage. Next turn we can give it unblockable. So we need an instant speed removal and sorcery speed one and an instant speed removal. Yeah, we had it. We had the Rogue's Passage to finish the game, and the advantage of Lightning, especially with Double Strike, the synergy is now we double the double, so even a 2 would go to 4, and then go to 8. A simple shock would do quite a bit of damage. GG's. We have white. It's an okay hand. You go second, though. The problem is we don't play Fable. We can't play Lightning next turn. Unless we draw land, an untapped land. Okay, we did. Do we play this as a 3-2? I believe we can. I prefer to plot here. We can plot, play Lightning. And then the turn we hit with Lightning, the show off hits harder. It's fine. It is fine. Alright, let's play Lightning. If it dies, we have the... That's what the Triumphant is for. Example, we can hit. If it resolves, we can hit. You Fable for another white. And we can get the links out. But I doubt the opponent's just gonna let it resolve. Okay. Interesting. So is he just gonna double hit? Which I am okay with. This is 3 and a 4. So what the opponent does. Can pump. Unfortunately, don't have removal. Wonder if he goes for a hit here. Okay. Like you. I'll go punch here. See what he does. I take this trade. Sure. Yeah, I assume he had that. That is a 4, but I don't want to give him a card though. So we'll just pay here. You can go for a hit if he needs to. I need my removal. Opponent has had 2 pieces of removal, and it's very important. Now we may just get outscaled. That's the problem with Lightning. If she doesn't have evasion, I get into these scenarios way too often. I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna get outraced. Okay. I might dead next turn. I'm not seeing a way. But do I need a setup? Because if I go 4, I have the 4 mana here. So I believe I do need a setup. So I'm gonna do 6. Of course, if he top 6 removal, well, he has it. But the other play is a play to not lose. Here we're going for a winning play. We're taking 9. That means we're down to 3. Would we be dead with bolt? But at this point, if they don't remove lightning, we have Rogue's Passage. We're gonna reveal it until our turn. We play it. We tap 4, which we do have. We hit them. And then we can transform the Performer. And the Performer with a lightning hit is 6. So from this point, no removal, we win the game. Unless they have 3 damage, of course. They have 1 with the War Leader's Call. So right now they have 10. But if they hit with the mouse, we can block. Okay. Let me... Guess we need to spend anyway. Let's get a red. Rogue Passage. And this is lethal. Alright, GG's. For the post-game rat with Lightning Army of 1, it's a fun deck. I liked it in Standard Brawl. It's quite capable in Standard Brawl. In Brawl, you will have access to significantly more evasive options in Boros, equipment, or maybe there's some spells that give you protection. Works for Lightning. Then in Standard Brawl, to compensate, we have creatures that are just removal. We can remove the opponent's bigger creatures, so we don't have to worry about much evasion. I really care for our... We don't have that many creatures, but the creatures we do, make sure they do damage, or they have haste, or have some sort of synergy with our commander. Flickflap Show Off is nice because we do have quite a few instant sorceries, and we can plot it until the turn we hit with lightning, and we can hit pretty hard. As for other scaling options, Screaming Nemesis is quite nice. The Forge is also very powerful because once you have a scaled up Forge, you'll start doing double damage, and that can close the game quickly. Finally, as for finishers, I do like Enduring Courage to give all our creatures haste, and Soak the Flames will do significantly hurt to the opponent. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment below what are your favorite commanders from this Final Fantasy set. Thanks for watching.